Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. We're here. We're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know what they are, but you do, and I trust you. With that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time. All right, thank y'all so much for watching. Again, shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dre June.
Hello. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, who you are, where you're from, what you do. Give us that Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dre June. I'm from PDX. I do hip hop and rap.
Oh, yeah. And what got you started in music initially?
What got me started was that I grew up in a music family, and some of my family members was doing music.
Okay.
And my grandparents, they was heavy in the church, and what caught my eye was the drummers, the drums. So I used to go see this tap dancer called Savion Glover, and got a set of his drum sets, drumsticks. But nobody never really wanted to show me how to do drums. So
yeah.
I just started writing and doing music.
Oh, okay. And for your immediate household, when you say everybody was doing music, did they play instruments or were they also vocalists?
They was vocalists,
okay,
played instruments, few, but majority wrote music.
Okay, so it's really kind of just been around you your whole life. I dig that. And then I guess what age were you when you started started
I was the age 16.
Okay.
When I first wrote my rap, it was trash. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, I don't think they're supposed to be good at 16. Most people are Lil Wayne, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it, bro. Man, I can't remember the things I said. It was like a paragraph, I was writing a story, but not making sense.
Yeah, you didn't know how to write it down, bars and stanzas yet.
So I kind of said, F it.
Yeah.
Gave it up for a minute, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're back now, and that's what's most important. Before we get into more of what you do in the present day, though, I have a couple foundation questions I check in with everybody on. Yeah. This first one is one we ask early, it's one we ask often, and it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
The Dr. Dre album.
Okay. Damn, you were just ready with that one. I dig that.
Yeah, the Dr. Dre album 2001. The Chronic, Still Dre is my favorite song off that album.
And what made you want to get that one?
Get that one because I'm a weed head. I smoke weed. I smoke weed, writing, thinking. But not to say it like that, but when you do music, bro, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta find the thing that gets you the inspiration. Yeah.
Get you in your zone, whether it's some liquor, whatever.
Yeah.
Mine's is weed. Got alcoholics in my family, so
gotcha.
I want to go to marijuana route, the plant route, and that's helped me, soothes me, calms me.
Okay.
Smoking, whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then what was one of the first live shows you ever went to? That was specifically one you wanted to go to. So you saw it was happening, you got tickets, you went to it.
Too Short, 2000.
Damn.
It was in 2015, 2016.
Hell yeah. Who was he performing with?
It was he was headlining at the Roseland. So I don't remember none of the names, but it was a Too Short concert because I remember specifically my aunt, they from East Oakland, and she told me the stories about them coming up. She used to see them in front of the house.
Yeah.
And like, so like how I remember she was talking to Too Short and things from the crowd, because he said, who in this motherfucker from Oakland makes some noise, and she got his attention. And I'm up on the deck. If you ever been in the Roseland, I'm up on the deck, and my friend was like, bro, like, that's your auntie right there talking. And they surely talking.
Yep.
Like, yeah, so.
Yeah, no, Too Short was kind of a household name for me growing up, so I definitely dig that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And before we get into more of what you're doing with music now, do you have a defining moment where you decided you wanted to take music more seriously? Because it sounds like, you stepped away for a little bit and came back. What brought you back?
What brought me back was my longtime friend, childhood friend, JC Cordetta. Jim Jones artist, signed to Vamp Life.
Okay.
It was this, to believe it or not, I only been doing this physically in full-fledged now, full-time for a year now.
Yeah.
It was like we was on the road last year. I'm in the Midwest. He's down south. He called me and was like, Dre, start writing. I don't care what you're doing, start writing. I said, yeah. Long story short, we was in the town last year, called me up again, same thing again. Come over to the house. Came over to his house, had everything set it up. And I'm like, bro, what is we doing here? But he was showing me Nipsey Hussle biographies. Had everybody was coming up. Tempted me. I see the mic and everything right here, but let's just get to work. He did that for a whole week. But I see why he did that, to test me out.
Yeah.
To see if I really wanted it. And so, like, yeah, I'm here now. And then he did what he had to do. Now I'm branched off, did my own thing, doing my own thing now. Linked up with Unique, INT.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, I dig that. But now let's go ahead and let's get on into you in the present day. And we're going to get a super easy one out of the way.
Yeah.
How'd you pick the name?
How I picked the name Dre June, the homies call me Dre. Well, they call me June when I had got out of prison and things, but I just been going by D. People calling me D my whole life. It was always D. And then, like, referring back to that Dr. Dre album, 2001, The Chronic, still Dre. I had to, like, put it in.
Yeah, kind of like almost as an homage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My real name ends with Dre, so like.
Okay, so it's kind of your regular name anyway.
Yeah, my regular name anyway. So just like
Yeah, no, I dig that. That's a cool way to kind of like blend the two together and make it still sound like unique, but not.
Yeah, Dre June, like the June, because I got a short temper, and like the month coming in, going into the summer is hot. June. Yeah. In most other states, here in Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, all right,
we had raining, you know.
We had a late summer this year. Usually it's a little warmer by June for sure, but we had a late summer, and now it's back. Now it's back for sure. But no, I dig that. But now let's go ahead and let's talk about your writing process.
Yeah.
And we're going to break it up into chunks, but we're going to start right at the beginning. So when you get inspired, you're ready to make music, what are some of the things you do to get a track started?
To get a track started, I surf through beats. If it's specific, I'll type in that name. But mainly I just type in beats, West Coast style. That's my style, you know, and sitting there going through beats, breaking down the wood, rolling it up. As soon as I may get done, this is crazy because I find myself doing that, seeing a beat, damn near saying, hold on, writing real quick. Ended up writing to that beat saying, F everything else, I'm writing to that now. That's my beat right there. I do that. I smoke to get in my mode.
Yeah.
I may listen to a few other artists, but like mainly I sit there and get in my mode. It is rolling up, listen to the beats, put the headphones on.
Oh yeah, kind of getting into the space.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then once you get a track finished, like writing, so like it doesn't have to be like produced and like completed and everything. But once you've gotten it finished writing, how long does it usually take you to get to the point where you can like perform it?
About a week.
Okay.
Technically, but like performing, you know, not gonna take time. You know, last year, you know, it was easy. I go in the studio, do it, because I had a lot of the resources there, but I do this on my own.
Yeah.
So, like, I've been networking. Networking is my biggest key. I find myself networking more than writing. I can go a whole week, 2 weeks, just nothing but networking and tell my wife, like, I did not write not one verse this whole last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But on the upper hand, I never
for keeping you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but on the upper hand, that networking got me further, so I can go back in the write.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, it's important to balance the two. I mean, like, if you don't get out there and do anything with it to like get known, then nobody's going to know you when you have a bunch of stuff. But also, adversely, when people get to know you, you got to have stuff for them to know you by. So that, I think they definitely go hand in hand. But I could definitely, I mean, that's how I do this whole show is networking. So I can't knock it.
Networking is the key to success.
I mean, it's a big part of it for sure. Like I said, I think some of it comes down to like the music's got to be ready when the person is as well. You know what I mean? But no, it's kind of a big part of it. Because
I can find myself taking 2-3 days listening to the same beat or another beat and not even writing it.
Yeah.
Writing nothing to it because I'm not even in the mood yet.
Yeah, and you definitely got to be in the space for it. For sure. And actually, I was checking out your most recent track, Fast Lane Trappin', and it's cool, man. I really dig the beat. I definitely see the West Coast influence for sure. Like it's right there with it. And your flow is really solid. Your voice is really distinct. It's kind of got like that like low bite to it. Kind of like City to Grey. Like he's got a really distinct voice in this area too. That's kind of got a similar-ish concept.
Yeah.
But I'm a little curious to know what are some of your favorite tracks to perform of yours?
Some of my tracks to perform of mine is Beta Weeda. That's with JC Cordetta. What he basically my first whole take, Let Me Talk My Shit, was on SoundCloud. But I had took that down, deleted everything because I don't want to be getting streamed for free no more.
I got you.
So I'm on United Masters with United Masters now. But yeah, man, it's pretty much that.
Oh yeah. And then looking at some of your new music that you're working on, because it sounds like you got something cooking. What can we look forward to for your new sound and your new style?
My new sound, I got another single coming out this Friday.
Oh, okay.
July 19th.
I was going to say, I think in the world of this episode, it'll either have just happened or maybe it's today. I'll have to look at the schedule after.
Yeah, July 19th. I got it dropping July 19th. I got to look back at the other song I got, but I got another one dropping this week too.
Okay.
For that.
Yeah, and what can we look forward to, like sound-wise?
Look forward to, man, more West Coast style, more me. I'm going to dig deeper into me now. This next album that's coming up that I'm going to be, it's my debut album.
Okay, yeah.
This is an EP, quick. It's not quick, but shouldn't say that, but like,
yeah, just giving people a chance to get to know your
who I am now.
Where you like give them your sound.
Or I give them my real sound that's coming out early part of 2025.
Hell yeah. Well, definitely looking forward to that, and we'll have you plug that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But taking a step back, we're going to look at kind of music as a whole. What are some of the things about either new music that's like currently coming out, or at least new music to you that you're just finding out about that you like enjoy and you're finding inspiration from at the moment?
I find a lot of inspiration from Dre June. Then that's on the player side. But on a music side, like my main ones I go to for therapeutic reasons is Mozzie.
Hell yeah.
And Filthy Rich. Basically them two. Mozzie, for one, like we've been through similar situations.
Yeah.
Life-changing situations. Filthy Rich, on the other hand, I like his business networking side. Because when you out of town, just because you out of town don't means we having fun. We still working.
Yeah, always.
And that's what I like. And that's what I'm trying to build Power Move Motion product into. Because you and me, we are motion of our own product. And we have the power to move any which direction we want to go in.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I could dig that.
Yeah.
And then before we move into the next portion, which is all kind of hypothetical questions, this next question is probably the densest one in the interview. But, we've talked a lot with your experiences, the actions, the reactions. Mm-hmm. But when it's just you and the music one-on-one, what does music give back to you?
It gives me energy. It gives me hope. It gives me motivation. Music, I listen to music, bro, and I get inspired by the greats like Nipsey, what they be doing with their rap checks. It's like I just get inspired listening to a lot of different music, like New Edition, Bobby Brown and them. It's just music in general is like therapeutic.
Yeah, very much so. Oh, yeah. No, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
But now let's go ahead and let's move on to some hypothetical questions. Yeah. And for these, sky's the limits. The questions are all made up, so the answers are allowed to be as well. Yeah. But this first one's pretty straightforward. Yeah. If you could work with any one person, the only requirement is they have to be alive. Who would you want to work with, and how would you want to work with them?
Ooh. It's a lot of people, but let's break that down to one. The one person I would want to work with is Filthy Rich.
Okay.
Business. Yeah. I want to learn the business, more networking skills. Yeah. I met him for the first time a few months ago. Mm-hmm. Shook his hand and things at one of his concerts out here. And that was I told my wife, bro, when I go to this, there's only a few words I'm going to say. And if he don't catch it by then, then it's not meant to be. It was meant to be. He was on his phone. Mm-hmm. Said what I said, and he looked up and greeted me and told me keep going. I told him, bro, you a big inspiration because I like your work ethic.
Yeah.
Away from the music, you want to see other people shine. I want to see my brother shine too. Just because I'm out separated from y'all, don't mean I still care about y'all. Y'all don't see me out a lot.
Yeah.
I'm working towards something.
I feel that for
family,
sure.
For my kids, So yeah.
Hell yeah.
It'll be Filthy Rich for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then
And then subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to?
Mikey Vegas.
Okay. Oh yeah. And what's your interest with Mikey?
What my interest in Mikey is how I listen to his music. Mm-hmm. I get inspired by his music too. But how I can cook too, but I just like how he brought the trap kitchen and things into it. I just like what he's doing. I just want to learn some knowledge and game from him if I could and just soak it up like a sponge.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, everybody, you know what to do. Add him in the comments. Let's see if we can make that happen. Yeah. And then for this next one, like I said before, sky's the limits, and it's pretty literal in this sense. But if you could perform anywhere in the world, and you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access or building stability or power, it was guaranteed the best lineup, guaranteed the best show, and it doesn't have to be a venue. It could be anywhere, and it works in this case. Where would you want to perform?
UK and Australia.
Okay. Do you have anywhere specific, or you just?
I just want to go to the whole UK because it may sound crazy to me, but I'll be on TikTok and I'll be watching these little flight things, planes where the planes be going. Mm-hmm. It's just like I don't know, I want to get over to the UK, because it's so much shit over there in the UK.
Yeah.
The music over there in the UK is just the fans over there in the UK, they love American artists.
Yeah.
No matter who you is, you can be underground and still get a tour, go over there. I just want to experience something different besides States.
Yeah, they definitely do it a little bit different. Yeah. And even I've heard for Australia, even it's different because they're even famous people are kind of treated more like regular people. Yeah. But they kind of turn up a little bit extra for everything.
For everybody. Yeah. There's just so much love out over there.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No, I dig that. Well, shoot, I mean, Australia's not super far. Yeah. Maybe set up a little tour there, see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then to wrap up the hypothetical questions, if you could get one more album from anybody, they could be alive, they could be dead, they could have not put out an album in 100 years, they could have put out an album yesterday. Who would you want an album from?
Need another Nipsey Hussle album, man.
Yes, sir.
He wasn't done.
No.
He wasn't done. That album was just getting started.
Yeah, no, he was definitely taken way too soon.
He was just getting started, man.
I'm always curious to know like what his music would be like today. You know what I mean? Like where would it have gone to?
Yeah, he was just getting started.
Yeah.
I like grinding all my life, hustle and motivate.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing time around that time when that song came out.
Yeah.
And being in that kind of situation at that time, hustle and motivate.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I had dreams of robbing a bank when I was 17, but none of my homies wasn't with it.
Yeah.
But like to see him put it in a video and put it in his perspective, like, damn.
Yeah. No, I think his voice changed a lot of people probably for the better.
Yeah, not only that, he a Leo just like me. We share the same birth month.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's August. So like I got to experience, I didn't got a chance to meet him.
Yeah.
But I got to experience the Marathon store, the outside of it 4 years ago. And I'll be back there in LA this week for a show Saturday out there in Hollywood.
Hell yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, no, I dig that. All right, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping this up. What can we look forward to? I mean, I know you already kind of mentioned it, but what can we look forward to between now and January?
From now and January, look for me dropping more singles. Look for the Fast Lane Trapping video to be dropping. Me and Netto video going to be coming out September time. It'll be on the lookout. I'll be on tour, going on tour early part of 2025.
Okay, hell yeah.
Me and Unique INT, man, that's my mentor. That's a heavy name right there. He just got back in today from tour. So as Unique INT, man, y'all go follow him too. Man, it's pretty much going to be big. Look out for the Dre June album, debut album coming out early 2025.
Hell yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to all that. For this next one, go and look straight at the camera. Tell everybody how they can find you.
Yeah, and y'all go on there, type in Dre June _PDX. Y'all will see all my links, and it's up there.
Oh, yeah. And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on while you're on here?
I want to shout out Unique INT. I want to shout out JC Cordetta. I want to shout out my wife, mainly.
Hell yeah.
Is the one that made me, is keeping inspiration behind me.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like she's super
too, man. Yeah, my kids, sure. Man. I want to shout out my brother Flav, Kesey Flavin. Shout out to Kesey boy. He gave me inspiration to come and do this too.
Hell yeah.
So like, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. And with that being said, we've got one last question to go. But before we do, I'm going to steal the camera for just a second. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. And one more shout out to the Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, the final question. And this is entirely up to your interpretation. But what is an album you feel is more on the obscure side? It's a deep cut. It's one not a lot of people would know, but it's one you think everybody should know.
For me or any other artist?
Like any artist.
Damn.
Yeah, and think like deep cut. So like maybe something you grew up with, or like something that just not a lot of people have heard.
Me. I'm coming.
Well, they can't hear that one.
I know.
If they watch
right now, damn. That Snoop Dogg album, The Game to Be Sold Not Told. That's another. That's another one that's in my playlist.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The Game, that old Snoop Dogg when he had that situation with Death Row back then, and he went and he left the West Coast and linked up with Master P. That's how I kind of feel like my career has taken off right now. It's been taking off like no lie.
God,
shout out JC Cordetta. He did what he did and continued doing what he doing. And now I'm in another perspective in somebody else's hands now. Unique INT, it's nothing but great things. Yeah. So like, yeah.
Hell yeah. No, that's definitely a solid album rec. I appreciate when people bring up like old Snoop. Like, I think
Snoop Dogg, man. Bro, I grew up, I'm 33. I grew up on Oh, Snoop Doggy Style, Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None. Dre Day, Pac, Ain't Hard to Find. You know, especially Mac Dre and the Jacka.
Yeah.
You know, we can't forget about Mac Dre and the Jack.
Actually, on the what's probably was yesterday's episode, Dami was talking a lot about that.
Yeah, you know, Mac Dre and the Jack, you know, especially because, like, my cousins, that's another thing, grew up heavily on the underground side of the Bay Area music. It's a lot of music out there, like the Messy Mars and things, you know, the RBL Posses, 3 Time Crazies, you know, all that, Mr. Fab.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up on everybody from hyphy letters.
Yeah, same. Hell yeah. All right, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. And this has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jambox. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Dre June.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.